Hey guys, this is Rob here again today. So today we got another box mod to do. Now this is just an unregulated box mod. It's not a full mechanical box mod, or it is not regulated. It's an unregulated box mod, and these have been becoming pretty popular right now. And I did get this box mod from 88evape, and I will put a link in the description down below so you guys can check their website out. And this box mod is the phimis ABS plastic box mod here. Now a lot of other companies are selling this, but this one right here is a real nice little box mod here. It's the phimis box mod, and it did come from 88evape. We'll go ahead and open this up. We'll check about the box that it did come in. Real nice little packaging. I've really been enjoying this box mod for a unregulated box. It works real well. I would do one thing to it, but other than that, for my own personal preferences, I would do something else with it, and we'll talk about that when we go down below and check it out. So let's go ahead and get in there, vape on this thing, and take it to the below. So alright guys, here we are down at the table with the box that the box mod did come in, and it's a nice little box. It's not a little cardboard or nothing. It's kind of like a little wooden type of box. It's not like real wood or anything. It's kind of like particle board, but anyway, it's a nice little box here. It's got a nice little flap on it, nice little packaging. So we open this up. Now the box mod did come inside this little carrying case. Got a nice little hook for putting it on your pants. Real nice, a drawstring to make sure it doesn't fall out. Nothing else did come in there, and it does have the phimis name on there. Okay, nothing else in the box. It's all empty after that, so we'll go ahead and put that off to the side here. So here's the box right here. Now this is an ABS clear plastic box. It does have magnets. This is a dual 18650 parallel box mod, and it does have the spring-loaded 510 connector, and it does have this nice little chrome button right here. Now I do not know what the amp limit of this button is. It's probably somewhere around 2-3 amps is what I'm going to say, but we'll talk about that in a little bit after we open this up and start checking it out. So we'll go ahead and take the aspire off here, and here's the 510 connection right here. And as you can tell, let's go ahead and get this dirty ass screw here, and this is spring loaded 510. So it takes every atomizer I put on there. It's even got slots in it for vent or for breathing for some of the older tanks. So real nice. All my stuff sits flush. This connector sits down just a little down below the box, so all your addies will sit flush on this box. Real nice. And it does have a sliding door, and as you tell, it does have 3 magnets right here. It holds it in place. It ain't going to go nowhere. It's not going to just sit there and fall off on you or anything like that. So let's go ahead and slide that off. Nice little slides on the inside, and then you got your magnets here, and then we got our 2 batteries in parallel here, and then there's your 510 connections. So let's go ahead and take these batteries out here, give them a little shake there. So here we go. Here's the box mod. I do like the idea of these springs, because as you're putting your batteries in, it will save on the tops of your batteries, because as you can tell, these do have this nippled copper plate right here, which the springs as well is also copper, and it's attached to a copper plate, which does have a copper bar running right up through here to attach it to the switch. Alright, so on this box mod, they did use the neutral side of your battery, the negative side of the battery. The copper bar goes all the way up, attaches to a wire, which attaches to the switch, comes out of the switches and solders to the 510 connector right there, as you can see. And then you just got your little wire here that's attached to the center pin for your hot, for the adjustable 510, spring loaded 510, and then it's also soldered to the copper plate for your positive side of the battery. It does have a diagram that tells you how to put the batteries in, tells you positive and negative, and it says please install the batteries according to the below graphic instructions. So it does show you how to put the batteries in, so that's real nice and helpful for some of those times when you're not 100% yourself drinking or whatever. That'll help you remember. So it does have there's solderless connections on the button. It is just a screw in for the wire, and then it is soldered to the bar for the negative, and then it is soldered for the bar to the bar on the top. Alright, so to change these parts, real easy, simple, not much to it. You can change the switch out if you want. That's your choice. I kind of like the switch. It's a nice little switch there. It kind of gives a little clicky sound and everything. Works real well. You could change the 510 if you wanted to. With the Fat Daddy, it'd just be overlapping the top here, but I'm loving this 510 here. It works perfect, nice and flush. They have had other boxes that's nowhere near like this. So yeah, nice copper springs. So yeah, all in all, this box mod has been working wonderfully. I have been enjoying it. Works real well. And one thing that you could do, I might do myself, is put a voltmeter in here. I do believe I can get this voltmeter right here at the top, and it'll fit. So I might put that in this box mod. And then also another thing is, with this button, I would not go any lower than a 0.5 or ohm RDA or tank or whatever you're going to put on it, because it does not have a MOSFET, and the switch is probably only rated for about 3 amps. So I'm going to put a MOSFET in here. That's a 3034 MOSFET. I'm going to put that in there. It'll sit right in that corner. Easy. Pull it apart, solder it in, and then probably put this voltmeter on. So if you want to do major sub ohms, put a MOSFET in it. It's easy to put it in. $2 MOSFET, probably about 10 minutes to put it in. And then the battery meter is your own choice. You don't have to put that in, but I would recommend putting a MOSFET in there if you're going to go lower than 0.5 ohms, because you don't want to over amp this switch. Alright, maybe 0.7. I've been using the Spire on it. It's been working pretty good. It's a 0.56, so it's almost a 0.6 ohm, which is going to get you somewhere close to the 3 amp range. It's going to be somewhere around 5 amps or so. So it's been working real well like that, but I do not recommend going any lower than a 0.56 or 0.6, because I do believe the switch is only rated for 3 amps. So I would put a MOSFET in this. So let's go ahead and bring this back up the top. We'll talk and vape a little bit more on it. Sorry guys, that was the review of the Phimis ABS plastic box mod that I did get from 88evapes.com, and I will put a link in the description down below so you guys can check them out. So, alright, what do I think about the device? It's a real nice box mod. I gotta say, it got the nice sliding door, magnetized. It's not going to go anywhere. You actually have to push on it to get it off. As you can tell, it just sucks it right up. See that? Sucked it right up. Has the nice copper springs to keep yourself from damaging the top of the 18650 batteries, which that's a good, it's a pro to me, because as you guys know, I've built plenty of box mods, and sometimes when you're just working with copper plates or copper bars, you tear the tops up unless you got a nice spring bottom where you can spring it, or you use a battery sled itself, which they try to keep the box nice and small, which this box is nice and small. You're talking a 2.5 by 4 inch box here, 1 inch thick. Great little box, nice tight quarters on this. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I mean, you pay $28 for this thing. Alright, now I do not recommend going any lower than 0.6 ohm on this, because the switch is probably only rated for 3. It could be rated for 3 to 5 amps. They don't actually say. Now they do have some higher amperage switches that will go up to 10 and 20 amps, but I'm not for sure 100% what this amperage limit is on this switch. And that is, I know everybody's like, oh, switches, blah, blah. That is a big thing. So you guys got to make sure you guys do it right. I mean, you don't know what the amperage of the switch is, so make sure you run the ohms for what the ohms got to be for your Ohm's law. All right. I don't recommend going any lower than a 0.6 to be safe, unless you really know what the amperage of the switch is, which I don't. All right. But it seems to not have any issues with this Aspire Atlantis, which is almost 0.6 ohms. And for the wiring, I'm not for sure what size wiring this is because it has the nylon braiding. This is stranded wire on here, but shit, it's a great box. 28 bucks. All right, don't go no lower than 0.6 in my opinion. It's ultimately your guys' choice, but 0.6 ohms is about as low as I go with the box the way it is. So yeah, I mean, there's plenty of mechanical box mods out there that cost a lot more than this. So I mean, for $28, you're getting a hell of a fucking bargain to me. All right, and if you have a little bit of knowledge on putting a MOSFET in, if you're gonna do major sub-ohming, go down to 0.1s and 0.2s and stuff like that, I recommend putting a MOSFET in there just to be safe, to keep from the switch having any issues. So I mean, that's what I do. It only takes about 20 minutes to throw a MOSFET in this thing, and that's this right here, 3034s. All right, and another nice thing about it is it does have enough room, in my opinion, to put a voltmeter. So I'm probably going to put a MOSFET in this and a voltmeter in this. So, well, I know I'm going to put the MOSFET in it, but the voltmeter, we'll see. I might put it in, I might not. But all in all, I've been using it just like this, 0.6 ohm, works perfect. I recommend people getting these. I'm pretty sure they're selling like hotcakes everywhere. All right, so. And 88evape's actually got different ones. They got the ones with the cut-off slant, and they got the button up here. They got this style here, like this one. I think they got 2 or 3 different types and styles of the way the boxes are actually made. Nice, sturdy box. This ain't gonna be like melting on you and cracking 100% with a little scuff drop or something like that. It will break, I'm sure, if you sit there and throw it and all that stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to sit there and intentionally drop it. But if I drop it once or so, I don't believe it's going to break. It's pretty thick plastic. All right, it's at least, what is it? The box itself's at least an eighth to a quarter, almost probably around a 1/4 inch thick. That's probably about a 1/4 inch thick plastic box right there. So yeah, anyway, nice box, $28. Put yourself a $2 MOSFET in there, you'll be done. Excellent box, probably last you a lifetime. All right, so that's all I gotta say about it. It works real well. Alright guys, $28 on 88evape. So yourself a MOSFET if you're going to do some super sub-ohming like 0.1s and 0.2s. Other than that, don't go no lower than 0.6. I know I keep saying that, but safety is a big must on any of this stuff that you guys are using. Safety, safety, safety is first. I mean, every day I go to work, I'm an electrical guy. Every day I go to work, it's always about safety. Always got safety meetings in the mornings. Always talk about what happened throughout the day before and the night before and all that. So I mean, safety is a big thing. So make sure you Ohm's law for your switch. If you're going to super sub-ohm or real sub-ohm on it, put a MOSFET in it. 20 minutes and you're done. $30 altogether with the MOSFET and the box mod. If you don't want to put a MOSFET, don't go lower than 0.6. In my opinion, and paid $28. Cheapest boxes around, in my opinion, that I can see. So alright guys, till next time.